Welcome to Capital City News, your connection to Salt Lake City government. I'm your host, Poonam Kumar. On today's show, we'll talk to the Salt Lake City Arts Council representative about an upcoming Living Traditions Festival. And of course, we'll have our History Minute. But before we check out what's been going on in the city, let's start off with our legislative update. The council was recently briefed by the Campaign Legal Center out of Washington, D.C. about a campaign finance reform. As part of the presentation, the council discussed the pros and cons of limiting contributions to municipal political campaigns. The council also discussed supporting Salt Lake County in moving ahead with a November ballot item to enact countywide sales tax increase for transportation projects. The council agreed in a 5-to-1 straw poll to support a fall vote countywide on the issue. In a presentation to the City Council earlier this month, Mayor Becker outlined his vision for next year's city budget.
My administration is focused on expanding opportunities for all residents. A great American city must create an environment of equal opportunity in every sense of the word. One way we can do that is through a living wage for city employees. While I wish we could mandate a living residence for all residents, the legislature prohibits it, unfortunately. But we can make sure that city employees are paid fairly. In this year's budget, I recommend paying all of our employees a living wage. Let me repeat that. I am recommending the city pay all of our employees a living wage. And this means that salaries of our lowest paid employees will increase to $10.10 an hour.
Police Chief Chris Burbank came out to District 7 at the invitation of Councilmember Lisa Adams to speak about crime prevention to residents. The chief is scheduled to speak at a District 6 meeting on Thursday, May 21st, at the Hillside Middle School Auditorium on the same topic. The Homeless Services Site Evaluation Commission held an open house for public input late last month. They took comments from residents about the proposed commitments and values that will dictate the goals of the commission moving forward. The mission is to evaluate and recommend where the siting of homeless services in Salt Lake City should be. Today we're talking to a representative from the Salt Lake City Arts Council who will let us know what to expect at this year's Living Traditions Festival.
I'm Schaefer, the Performing Arts Program Manager of the Salt Lake City Arts Council, and I direct the Living Traditions Festival and the Twilight Concert Series and Brown Bag Concert Series. Yeah, this year at Living Traditions we're celebrating our 30th anniversary, which is really amazing to have a festival such as this have that long in duration and be so successful. So this year, Living Traditions Festival is May 15th, 16th, and 17th. So we have 3 performing arts stages, over 70 local performing artists, over 40 craft artists that will be demonstrating as well as selling crafts of various sorts. And we also have 21 food booths, which will be serving cuisines from all sorts of different cultures. To highlight each night, on Friday and Saturday, we have special guest artists. This year we have Bombino, who will be performing Friday evening at 8:30 p.m. and he is an amazing guitarist from Niger, from Africa, and he has a really, really amazing sound influenced by Jimi Hendrix and kind of takes a lot of the cultural pieces from Niger into that, and that'll be a really great performance. And Saturday evening we have a tribe called Red, and they are from Canada, and they have a really, really exciting electric powwow is how they describe their music, which essentially blends electronic music, heavy bass and drum lines with traditional First Nation powwow music, so it's going to be a really fun night. It's just a great place where everyone comes together, shares their cultures, their experiences, has a really fun time, and everyone is able to, like I said, share what their community has to offer, and through food, through performances, through music, through dance. And the food, I think, is one of the easiest things that people come together with, so it's really exciting for people to come together and see that. It's free admission, so it's great for families. We have a kids area as well where kids can interact with some traditional crafts as well, and we also have a bocce ball court, which is really fun. So yeah, it's really that, we all come together. Living Traditions is the thing that we like to focus on. If people are interested in getting more information about the festival, they can visit our website, livingtraditionsfestival.com. That will have up-to-date information about our performing arts schedules, all the craft artists and their locations, as well as the food and menus.
And now it's time for our History Minute.
In 1986, artist Naj Wyckoff conceived of a traveling art piece called the Prairie Ship Liberty to help celebrate the centenary of the Statue of Liberty. This massive mobile art installation would be 24,000 square feet of sails hoisted on old utility poles, sails that would use the prairies of the United States as its ship. It moved from one part of the country to the next before finding its way to France as a gift to the country who gave us the Statue of Liberty. At each port of call, Wyckoff asked the local community to put together an ethnic festival to celebrate America's diversity. The Salt Lake City Arts Council and the Utah Arts Council's Folk Arts program took on the task and developed the first Living Traditions Festival, a celebration of Salt Lake's folk and ethnic arts. This first celebration was 2 days and took place at This Is the Place State Park, then called Pioneer Trail State Park. The festival included many of the same activities seen today, highlighting the rich and diverse heritage of Salt Lake, music and dance stage performances, traditional craft art demonstrations, and a variety of ethnic foods, all looming under the shadow of the Prairie Ship Liberty.
That's it for this week's Capital City News, your connection to Salt Lake City government. Be sure to tune in next time to keep up to date on what's happening in the city. For Salt Lake City TV, I'm Poonam Kumar.